Hello everyone, this is Melissa King, your favorite My Econ person that loves to bug you with the videos. I was just sitting here getting ready to put some information in the computer as far as like expenses that I'm able to write off because I have this home-based business. And I thought, why not give them a peek into our world and see how easy it is to track your income and expenses with the tools that My Econ provides. So, I know you can't see me, but you see the important part, and that is the screen. Now, My Econ is a very technologically forward company, meaning most of the things that we use in our business you can do. In this case, I have my desktop pulled up at home, but you can do these same functions on your cell phone. As long as you've got a smartphone, which I think everybody has now, you are able to enter this information whether you're home, on the road, stuck at a traffic light, in a restaurant. You get my point. So, it's a new year. I'm ready to start tracking my expenses for 2019. And one of the best parts about this system is if you have recurring expenses that you know are pretty much going to be the same every month, you can put these expenses into your cash flow manager. And let me go ahead and pull that up. You can put these expenses in your cash flow manager. As you can see, I've been doing this for a while. So I have 2015 tax deductions, 2016, 2017, 2018, and now it's a brand new year. It's 2019. I'm ready to get this thing popping. So, the first thing I'm going to do is go into my 2019 folder that I created, and now I'm going to enter new expenses. And keep in mind, right now, I'm just entering expenses that I know I'm going to have on a monthly basis, and that way I don't have to go into my cash flow manager every month and put these expenses in. Now here at the top is a drop down list with an unlimited number of deductions that you are able to capture. What I'm going to stick with right now, I think I've already put my home office rent in there, are things related to my home that I put in every month. So let's start with communications. Let's go to communications, and I'm going to add my cell phone because it's the same, pretty much the same every month. So my cell phone bill is usually due on the 6th of the month. So I have that there. It is usually, what is it usually, $107 monthly. This is for Verizon. And I'm going to put on here for what? Cell phone monthly bill. And you can be as detailed, you know, sometimes I go a little overboard with the details. I could have just put cell phone on there, but that's an issue I have about being very anal in how I do things. But that's beside the point. Okay. You'll notice, one thing I'm sure you noticed when I started this tool that we use to capture our expenses contains, you know, all of the elements that are needed in order to keep correct records in business keeping. First of all, I have the date. Secondly, the amount, the who, the what, and last, the where. I always pay my cell phone bill online. So now what I'm going to do is scroll down to the bottom, and I'm able to choose to make this a recurring addition to my cash flow manager. And what I'm going to do is choose the next date that I will be paying that bill, which is February the 6th. And now I'm going to save my entry. So moving forward, every month, without me having to even open up this cash flow manager, my monthly cell phone bill is going to be loaded into my cash flow manager. So that's not anything that I have to worry about again until December 31st, 2019. Next, what's another expense that we can add in here that is pretty much the same every month? I'm going to say, okay, home office other. I'm going to say other because now I'm going to add my security system. And because I didn't see anything specific there for that, which another option I could have created my own customized expense type. But I'm going to stick with other because I've got areas in here where I can be more specific. So here we have home office other. And the date that my security payment comes out is usually the 28th of every month. So I'm going to put in here, because it is pretty much the same every month, $47.99. Who is ADT? What home security system? Where this is also done online. And I know you're probably sitting there thinking, how is that a business expense? Well, let me tell you. My home, I have a home-based business. So my home is where I do my business exactly, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm conducting business in my home. So if I were not doing business out of my home and I were renting a space and I wanted to keep it secure and I purchased a security system, I would still have that expense every month. The only difference is, because I do it out of my home, I can write off my security system that I have for my home, because although it's protecting my whole home, it's protecting my office as well. So that makes it a tax deductible business expense. So just like before, I'm going to go down here to the bottom and I'm going to put this transaction on repeat, because monthly, on the 28th of every month, I want this to come out of my, or be added to my expenses for 2019. So I think based on what you've seen here, you kind of get an idea of how easy it is to add this information. And if you're consistent with it, like today is January 1st, I'm going to put everything in there that comes out monthly on my cash flow manager. So all of the things that I put in today and put on repeat, I don't have to worry about those again unless I need to make an adjustment. I will for this next example. Let's do, and this is one that varies. I'm going to say home office utilities. Now, for most of us, we will not get a cookie cutter electric bill as long as that meter is out there running. It's going to vary from month to month. What I usually do, instead of going in and putting that total in every month, I go ahead and put it in and, just put a ballpark number. Let's see, that usually has to be paid by the 12th of each month. And it usually runs me anywhere from $110 to $125. So I'm just gonna put in here 120. And who would be Hunt's bill? Utilities. What would be monthly power bill? And excuse me, that is also an online. You see, I'm technologically forward too. I do everything online. So anyway, I can go in here. And I have options here where I could save a receipt if I needed to. But because this is something that I pay every month and it is easily accessible, I don't usually take a picture of my power bill every month and put it in here. But if it were something where I were maybe out to eat and I had a receipt where we were conducting business while we were out to eat, then I would take that amount, take a picture of that receipt, and when I enter the amount here, I would also add a picture of the receipt, so I have that, and now I can trash the receipt. I don't even need it anymore. Okay, so in this case, I am going to put this on monthly. Next time it will come out will be 2/12/19, and I can save entry. Now, generally, what I'll do at the end of the year, because it's very easy for me to go back and look and see what I paid each month for the power bill, I can always go back in here and choose that particular month. And if I need to update the total, I can do that. So let's see. Let's go back to, let's edit entry. Yeah. Oh, it's not going to do that because, it's not going to let me do that because I don't have any entries in here yet because the 12th has not even occurred. But if I needed to go back in and make a change to that particular entry, it would be no problem for me to do so. Matter of fact, let's just do this. I am going to go back to the dashboard. And let's see. Let's go back to a previous year. I'm going to go to 2017. And I'm going to view and edit recurring. Okay. Let's see. Oh, excellent. Let's go here. Sorry, I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be consistent. So I'm going to change this since I chose the year 2017. So that it will pull up everything from 2017. And now you kind of get an idea of what it looks like when these things have been captured and the year is over with. We have the ability to sort by expense type. Like I can have it categorized where it only shows me, instead of showing me in date order, it shows it by its category, meaning what type of expense it is. That's not being very responsive. But if I wanted to go in on utilities for, let's say, Alabama Power from last year, I could easily click edit here. it's going to pull up that particular entry. And if I needed to make a change, because I have had it set on the same amount every month, it would be easy for me to go in and say adjust it from 134 to 139. And then I could save it, and that would be that. Which I'm not going to do that because I've already reported for this year, so we want to keep it right where it was. But I just want you to see how easy it is. You know, a lot of times we don't like trying new things, or we're afraid to try new things simply because we don't want to mess anything up. Well, being afraid can also be a prevention mechanism. It can prevent you from moving forward, prevent you from trying new things that help you. So don't be afraid of technology, especially. You know I have parents, and I know how they feel about doing things on the computer and all of that, but if it's something that's going to enrich your life or make your life better, you can't always be afraid of it. Sometimes you got to embrace it and deal with it. But this system is so easy to use and so easy to maneuver that there's really no reason that should stand in your way from keeping track of your expenses and income. Just like I entered expenses in there, I could also enter income from any income I have coming in from my business. Now, I know a lot of you may not be interested in joining my econ, but you might need a tool such as this to track your expenses. I mean, you could have a lawn care service. You could have, some other kind of service where you provide goods or services where you want to track what money you're spending and what money you're bringing in. This tool is available for purchase by itself for $10.95 a month. You do not have to become a member of my econ to buy this tool, but I think you'll find that it is very user friendly, and it could be a very important and lucrative addition to your current business. So if you know anyone that's looking for a tool such as this to help you capture your expenses and income, please refer them to any of my econ business associates such as myself, and we would be glad to help you purchase this tool. And for all of you that are new to my econ that have recently joined and you haven't had a chance to go through your cash flow manager yet, open your back office, get in there and play around with it. That way it'll be a lot less intimidating. And if you have questions, that's what your other business associates who have been in here longer are here for. We can help you by answering questions. And I still have questions sometimes myself. So if I come across a new expense and I'm not sure what category to put it in, I still ask questions too. So do not feel intimidated by the cash flow manager. It is a breeze to learn how to do. And just like with anything else, the more you do it, the easier it gets. So thanks for giving me your attention this evening. If you have any questions or you're interested in purchasing the product or joining my econ, please feel free to reach out to me. Have a great evening.